Hey Tony, I just wanted to let you know that I'm just finishing up my appointment with the doctors now. They said there's nothing wrong with the baby, and that things are going smoothly.
Okay, and so what?
So what? What do you mean? That's it. It's just that our baby is growing up and nothing seems to be the matter. I just thought that you might be curious about what the doctor had to say about it, is all.
I don't need you to contact with every single little update, you know. Especially if nothing has actually changed. Don't you know that I'm working right now? You should know better than to interrupt me.
But I would have thought that you're in the middle of your lunch break, no? Don't forget that I used to work for that same company up until a few months ago. I know the schedule. The whole reason I messaged you right now is because I knew you would be on your lunch break.
Yes, I am free. But just because I am, doesn't mean you should come and bother me with stuff like this. Don't you know how much of a pain it is having to reply to every little thing you send me? I'm supposed to be on break, but how can I relax if you never leave me alone?
Tony, what has gotten into you? All I'm doing is telling you about how our child is developing. There's no need to act this way. I just thought that you might care about what's going on with our kid. I'm its mother and I certainly care. What about you? Do you really have no interest in any of what I'm telling you?
To be honest, I really don't. In fact, the only reason we're having this kid is because my parents wouldn't shut up about how badly they wanted a grandchild. So if you think that I'm going to be doing any of the child rearing, you can think again. You are going to be doing everything for that little brat, and I'm not going to lift a finger to help you.
Tony, you do realize that this child will be our child, right? Don't you think you're being just a little irresponsible talking like that about your own kid?
And just what is so irresponsible about that? I know that you'll be able to take care of the little brat, so I feel fine just leaving it all in your hands.
Tony, I'm going to need more than just money to raise this kid. I'm going to need you there with me.
Well, you know that I work. I won't have the time or energy to spend on a kid after I get home. You're a housewife now, so you can take care of it.
Can you please just quit it with all this housewife talk? I'm sick and tired of you condescending to me over it. After all, you were the one who asked that I quit my job in the first place, remember?
I only asked you to quit because I know that we needed someone to take care of the kids and do all the cleaning around the house.
And you really have no problem with me being the one that does all of that? I don't want to be housewife, you know. I want to go out and work. Even just a part-time job or something to get me out of the house and talking to people, anything.
No, no, no! You need to be staying at home so that you can focus on cleaning and taking care of the kid when it comes.
But why can't I work too? It's the norm for both parents to work these days, and I want to as well. Why are you so opposed to me finding some work for myself?
Because we get along just fine on my salary alone. If you started working, all that would mean is we have to pay more in taxes.
Well, I guess that's not true. But does the fact that I want to work really mean nothing to you at all?
You were the one that wanted a kid in the first place, right? Well, I gave you what you want. So I don't get what you're complaining about now. If you wanted to work, then you should have thought about that before you asked to have a kid.
And you really don't want anything to do with raising the child with me at all? If you really didn't want to have a kid so badly, then I wish that you would have said something before getting me pregnant. Because hearing you talk about this child the way you have been has not been giving me confidence for a future.
Hey, it's already noon. Why aren't you home yet? Don't tell me that you're still out shopping right now. How long are you going to keep me waiting, huh?
Tony, I'm really sorry. I can't move right now. I'm just taking a little break. But I think I'm having cramps.
What? Right now? Like literally right this second?
I don't know. It's coming and going in waves. I think this might be it. I'm gonna try and go to the hospital. I think our baby is on its way.
Well, that's great and all, but did you finish the shopping at least?
You mean, did I buy the bag of potato chips that you wanted? Yes, I have them with me here.
Perfect. You should have started with that. Okay then. Go ahead and drop those off here for me, and then when you can, go to the doctor's office or whatever.
You want me to go to the hospital all by myself in this state?
Yeah, I'm working at home today, so I can't just run out and play hooky with you.
Tony, you have to come with me. This is our child we're talking about. Besides, I need you to drive me to the hospital.
Did you not read my last message? I literally just told you that I'm working and don't have time to goof off with you.
Please, don't you think this is just a little more important than getting your work done?
I don't know. I mean, it's raining pretty hard outside, and I'd hate to have to drive in this weather.
Are you kidding me right now? You're the one that sent me out to the grocery store in the first place, despite the fact that I'm 9 months pregnant. You were the one who wouldn't stop complaining until I finally agreed to buy you your stupid potato chips.
Okay, I don't really remember using any kind of language like that with you, so why don't you show me that much respect at least? I only asked you to go to the store for me because you're always complaining about not getting out of the house enough.
Do you know that I can't even see my ankles if I look down at my feet? Are you really going to ask a woman who might be in labor to walk to the hospital in the rain? What if I slip?
You women are all the same. You get one little baby growing inside of you, and then you think it gives you the right to boss around the man of the house.
Tony, what are you even talking about? I have put up with a lot of crap from you, but I think I finally hit my limit.
Is that supposed to scare me or something?
I just wish that you seemed to care more about becoming a father. Your wife is literally going to give birth soon, and you can't even be bothered driving her to the hospital? If you're like this now, then how are you going to be for the rest of our child's life?
I already told you the whole reason I even agreed to having a kid in the first place was because you and my parents wouldn't shut up about it.
You need to stop blaming the people around you for your problems. At the end of the day, you went along and got me pregnant. Knowing what that meant, we both need to take responsibility as this child's parents. Do you understand? Not your parents, not me alone, us.
Could you just leave me alone already? You were the one that wanted a kid, so you can deal with it.
I really can't believe this. It's like talking to a literal child. It's clear to me you're not ready to even be married, let alone a father.
And what is that supposed to mean? Just whose kid is this anyways, huh?
You know that it's your kid! That's why I'm telling you that you need to step up and care a bit more about what's happening right now. You need to take responsibility for this life that we're about to bring into the world.
Don't be such a drama queen, Danielle. You keep trying to speak as if I'm not doing any of this for the family, when I'm the only one of us out here working.
And that's all well and good, but doesn't excuse you from your other duties as a father. Maybe I'll just have to have a little chat with your mom about how you've been acting towards me over this. I'm sure she would love to know just how excited you are to take care of her grandchild, right?
You better not go and tell them anything about what I've said. I know that you'll just twist what I say around and confuse them.
Oh, really? I was just going to tell them what you told me. That the rain made you not feel like driving me to the hospital while I was labor in the supermarket. I don't think there's much to misinterpret there, don't you?
Okay, fine. I'll take you to the stupid hospital so you can do this stupid thing. Just quit bugging me about it, alright?
I really can't believe you. You really are just the worst. Do you know that, Tony? How could you just leave your pregnant wife on the side of the road? It's a crime what you've done to me.
What other choice did I have? I got a call from my office saying they needed me to come in. I had to kick you out and turn around and get to work.
I don't see why you couldn't have just dropped me off at the hospital first. Why would you think it's a good idea to just kick me out in the middle of the road while it's pouring with rain? I had to walk the rest of the way and got completely soaked.
But you had the kid and everything is fine, right? I knew you were being overdramatic about how hard being pregnant was. You clearly had enough strength and energy to get yourself to the hospital all by yourself. There was no need to start that fight with me like you did in the first place.
Do you have any idea of the state I was in by the time I reached the hospital? But thankfully, He was someone nice enough to pick up towards the very end and deliver me there on the last mile or so. And after a few hours of being labor, I did finally give birth, thank you very much. You're just lucky that I didn't end up having our baby on the side of the road like some kind of animal.
You could have just called an ambulance to pick you up, you know. Or did you really forget that those existed? Maybe all that blood that should have been in your brain is going to the baby instead.
My phone didn't have any battery left. Besides, the road was so wet and slippery, and I was shivering so much. I really could have fallen and really hurt the baby.
You are always making such a big deal out of nothing. Do you enjoy living your life like that?
It's not me saying that. It's the doctor. All I was trying to do was protect that baby from any harm.
You really are so annoying. Anyways, I already explained to you that I did what I did because of work, so it's just that simple. Or do you want me to lose my job? Is that how you want to live? With no money at all?
Hello. I'm very sorry to be interrupting this conversation between you and your wife, but I'm the person who found Danielle on the side of the road and took her to the hospital. I just happened to be passing by and saw her walking when I offered her a ride.
I see. Well, thank you very much for doing that for my wife. But I don't quite understand what it is you think you're doing cutting into this private conversation. If you want some kind of reward for what you did, we can talk about that later.
No, that's not what I'd like to talk about. I'm just curious if you realize exactly what it is that you've done. For instance, did you know that by the time I picked up your wife that her water had broke?
Okay, and? I already knew she was going to give birth soon. That was always going to happen. Are you mad because it happened in your car or something? I could pay to have it cleaned if that's the issue. Just give my wife the bill and I'll deal with it when she comes home.
That's also not what I'm asking you about. What I want to know is if it's really true that the reason you kicked your wife out of the case was because you were called into work.
Yeah, that's what happened. Why do you care about any of that? I don't see how any of it is your business, really. I'm sorry, who are you again? Can you please give my phone back to my wife and go away?
I can do that in just a little bit. But first, I just wanted to give you one last chance to admit it. There was no call for you to return to the office, was there? But now there is. You should go to your office building and ask to speak with the company president. I think he'll be expecting you.
You want me to go and talk to the president of my company? I don't get it. What is this all about? Just tell me who you are.
Oh, right. I suppose I haven't said my name yet. I'm Penelope Freeman. Does that ring a bell?
Wait, Freeman? That's the same name as my company's president.
That's right. I'm assuming you're starting to put together a little better now, yes? I'm the president of the company where you work, and I know your wife quite well. I even sent you a letter congratulating you two when you get married.
Are you really Penelope Freeman?
Why would I be lying to you about something like this? The only person who's been telling lies this whole time is you, isn't it?
Wait a second, this is ridiculous. Why is the president of my company taking my wife to the hospital?
You really are a slow one, aren't you?
Right. Well, I'm truly terribly sorry about this, and I sincerely hope that my wife didn't make too much of a mess in your car. I promise to repay any damages she might have caused after you picked her up.
That is the least of my worries right now. What I am really just shocked at is the fact that my company hired someone like you to begin with. In fact, I called your manager and asked just who it was that called you into the office, and she told me that you were scheduled to work from home all day. Care to explain yourself?
Right, well, I lied. There was no one that called me into the office.
I see. So then why did you tell your wife that and then kicked her out? Was it supposed to be some kind of way of getting back at her for asking you to do more?
I guess I just wanted to let her know how frustrated I was getting with her. But it was the wrong thing to do and I shouldn't have done it.
Except that this isn't some little schoolyard incident where you can just write it off like that. You could have really hurt your wife and child. You realize that, don't you?
Was my wife really even in that much danger walking down the side of the road?
She was. Didn't she tell you that the doctor already told her that she was?
Well, I'm truly sorry about that. I really had no idea that was the case. I thought that she would have just thought to get an Uber or something like that. Or I thought that someone might come along and pick her up, and at least I was right about that.
You saw how hard it was raining outside. There was practically no visibility. Other cars on the road might not have been able to see Danielle until it was too late. It was just lucky that I happened to see her when I did and was able to stop in time. By the time I picked her up, however, she had already been on the road an hour.
She was still on the road after an hour? I really had no idea about any of that. I thought that she would just have been walking for a little bit. I never meant to make her walk so far on her own like that.
It doesn't matter how long she was on the road by herself. Even 1 second was too much, you horrible man. You should consider yourself lucky that both your wife and child are okay. Anyways, I'm about to head back to the office, and I think it would be best if you did too. See you there.
Miss Freeman, are you there? I really just wanted to say how terribly sorry I am for the other day.
And just what are you referring to exactly?
I'm sorry for the trouble that I might have caused you yesterday. I acted out of order, and I shouldn't have done that at all.
I'm just curious if you realize just how much all of this is your fault. I take it that by now you're already aware that your wife has banned you from visiting her at the hospital, yes?
I did know about that, but how did you hear about that?
Well, I was with your wife in the hospital after I dropped her off, and she told me that she was going to ask the doctors not to let you in.
Oh, I see. Well, please allow me to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to help my wife get to the hospital. I've done a lot of thinking since last night and swear to never put her through something like that again.
I don't really think you need to worry about that happening. From what I understand, your wife is going to divorce you.
Wait, what? But my wife just had our kid. She can't just leave me. Besides, she doesn't even have a job.
You don't need to worry about that either. When we were talking yesterday, I offered her a position at our company. After all, she was a wonderful employee, and there's no reason why we shouldn't want her back.
But there's no way that she's going to be able to take care of that baby all by herself.
Well, she'll be able to, since I'm paying her enough to cover any expenses she might have. In fact, I was thinking that your position would be much better suited if your wife was working in it, don't you think?
You want to give Danielle my job? But then what am I supposed to do?
We'll transfer you to one of our branch offices, of course.
But why? I don't want to have to move my life into the middle of nowhere.
I've already heard all about you from your colleagues. They tell me that you're difficult to work with and that you're always dumping all of your own work on your subordinates. You're single-handedly bringing down the morale and productivity of your entire department.
I promise I'm not doing that at all. Everyone else is just lying to you about me.
I seriously doubt that. I talked to every one-on-one and all the stories they had about you matched up. And I have no other option but come to the conclusion that you are not good for business. So that's why it's best to send you far away from HQ.
But I worked so hard to get where I am today. That isn't fair. You can't just cast me out like this.
That is true, but your wife seems like an even better, harder working employee who will make up for your absence and then some. And if I can make a personal comment, I just simply don't like you and don't think you should be around Danielle when she comes back.
Wait, Mrs. Freeman, please. You have to rethink this.
Hello, Tony. It's Danny. Penelope has already gone home. I guess it sounds like I'm getting your job.
How could you do this to me? You've taken everything that I've worked so hard to achieve.
Well, it sounds to me like the company president has decided that you're not fit for the position anymore.
Well, that's just because you've ruined my reputation in her eyes. You're a horrible, evil woman, and you're trying to steal everything that I have.
This really is all just because you can't learn to get over yourself. You're not the main character of life, Tony. You need to learn to make compromises.
Well, what kind of compromise are you making where you're just trying to steal my job?
I didn't steal your job. I was given it by your boss. Don't forget that. And I was given it because you proved yourself incapable to handle the job professionally.
You won't be able to handle what I do, though. You think you can work and raise a child? That's never been heard of before. It's impossible.
Do you live under a rock or something? What decade do you think it is? That's even remotely close to being a true statement. You do know that Penelope is also a single mother, don't you?
Wait, what? She is? Well, then she probably just got her job because she had everything handed to her on a silver platter. Everyone gives single moms whatever they want. They have it so easy. You have no idea what it's like to be a man.
If you really think all of that is true, then I really just don't feel anything but pity for you. You should consider yourself lucky that nothing happened to me or the baby, or else you would get something much worse than a transfer to another branch. Now have a nice life, Tony! After that, it didn't take long for the divorce process to be finalized between Tony and I. Then, he was served with his now job posting out in the countryside in one of our smallest branches. With Tony gone, however, everyone at HQ's mood improved drastically, as did productivity. A few months later, my term of maternal leave has ended, and I returned to work at the company I quit working for to have my child in the first place. And yes, it is very difficult raising a child while working full-time. But I do get all the support one could ask from their job. And between bonding with Penelope and having her by my side at work, and looking forward every day to seeing the beautiful face of my little boy, I can honestly say that I've never been happier.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Lily, hopefully you don't have anything planned for this weekend. We're gonna visit my parents this weekend. They invited us to have dinner with them.
Again? We just visited last month. Isn't it too much, Justin?
What's wrong with checking with my parents once every month? They're getting older. We don't know when will be our last dinner with them.
But we stayed over for New Year's as well. If we're visiting your parents again, I hope you can also visit mine. You haven't visited my parents for a while. I want to visit more often, to be honest.
Okay, let's go visit your parents the week after. And I promise we'll go visit them more often in the future. You okay with that, Lily?
Well, yeah, I guess. But about visiting your parents, I get really tired when I go visit them.
Do you not like my parents? Why are you being like this? You always want to leave as soon as possible whenever we visit them. It makes me uncomfortable too, you know.
I think I'm treated differently. I feel unwelcomed. They don't care if I come visit or not as long as they can meet their son.
You're their in-law. That's why you're treated a bit differently compared to me. You have to understand.
Your family never waits for me and starts eating dinner before I join them at the table. It makes me feel left out. First of all, I didn't even have time to eat dinner. Everyone was done eating by the time I finished all the work. I was doing all the housework for them. They could have lent me a hand.
Are you expecting hotel services? We should be appreciating them for inviting us over. Let my mom rest while we're there. She's getting old.
I'm always willing to help, and I'm really thankful for them preparing meals for us. But I never expected them to make me do everything for them. I thought they only asked me to bring a couple of dishes when I visited them. But once we arrived, they made me go shopping for groceries to the supermarket that was pretty far from the house. And I also cooked a few more dishes for dinner. I was honestly exhausted by the time I got home.
Hey, you're exaggerating. Are you trying to blame my parents? You're making it sound worse.
Not exactly. Honestly, I think you're the one to be blamed.
Me? Why? What did I do to you?
You could have helped me out as my husband. It's nerve-wracking to meet your partner's parents. You could at least help me spend a comfortable time with them.
Not for me. How is it nerve-wracking? It's fun to spend time with your parents. I feel comfortable around your parents as if I'm their real son.
I guess it's because they're kind and considerate of you. They try to treat you like you're their real son.
Why do you have to be so sarcastic? We have different types of parents, that's all. You make my parents sound like a villain. They're not trying to bully you or anything, okay? They just wanted to try your cooking.
If so, they should have told me earlier. I could have gotten ready for it. I could bring more dishes next time so that I don't have to cook for so long. I don't want to miss out on dinner.
Well, Mom can be pretty clumsy sometimes. I guess she just forgot to tell you beforehand.
Hey, am I expected to cook again when I visit them this weekend? Should I bring more dishes this time?
Huh? I don't think so. Did they ask you to? They told me that they'll prepare the food, so you don't have to worry about it.
Really? I might check with your mother just in case. She might be expecting me to bring a few easy dishes. If she wants me to go shopping for groceries again, I could visit them earlier.
Well, it's up to you. Lily, I think you're being a bit too sensitive. My parents invite us over often because they're fond of you.
Really?
They won't invite us over if they dislike you. They might not be good at expressing it, but they like you, Lily.
I think it's not really about liking me or not. It's more complicated than that. I don't know how to say this. I know they're not trying to be mean or anything, but something feels off.
Right? Don't be too sensitive. You'll start getting along soon. They'll be your parents-in-laws for the rest of your life. Let's try understanding each other. I think you're overreacting about a small problem.
It's definitely a big problem for me. It's difficult to deal with these kinds of problems, Justin.
But you know, it makes me upset when I hear you criticize my parents.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I know. Let's stop talking about it. I'm also trying my best to get along with your parents. You're not the only one struggling. This is new for both of us. We're a couple. We're in this together. Don't you think we need to be tolerant sometimes? Lily, you have the day off this week, right? Do you have any plans?
I thought we were visiting my parents. Did you forget about it?
Oh, right. We're visiting your parents. I completely forgot about it, sorry.
What's wrong? Do you have other plans? We can reschedule our visit to my parents if it's anything urgent.
Well, Mom asked if I can take her shopping that day. She doesn't want to travel alone nowadays because of her back pain. I'm also worried about making her go alone.
Okay, right. Go on, I won't stop you.
What's with your attitude? I'm being polite here. Are you still angry about yesterday? Come on, don't hold a grudge. Don't be so angry just because you had to eat dinner in the kitchen. I think you had enough time to eat dinner this time.
Really? Is that what you think? Are you serious, Justin? I was so shocked when your mother told me to eat in the kitchen alone. I thought she would invite me to join her at the table. I thought they were the ones who wanted me there and invited me over. What's the point of inviting me over if they're going to make me eat alone anyways? Can you imagine how I felt eating alone in the kitchen? I've never felt so lonely in my life.
You're the daughter-in-law. There's nothing wrong about the way she treated you. Like I told you before, you're being too sensitive.
Huh? Are you serious? You're not going to be on my side?
It's not about taking sides. I just think it's normal for my mom to do so. It's their house. They have the most power in the household. We don't have much say, do we? It's convenient if you're in the kitchen all the time. Mom and Dad won't have to leave their seats. They suffer from back pain, okay?
Then why were you always sitting at the table with them? You could have joined me in the kitchen if you're so concerned about your parents' health. Or are you going to tell me you deserve to sit with them because you're their real son?
Well, obviously. I'm the only son. They want to spend time with me as much as possible.
Is that the only reason? Really? So I'm treated like this just because I'm the daughter-in-law?
My parents are conservative people. It might be hard for you to accept their ways, but I hope you can understand.
I can try to understand your parents, but I don't understand you at all. Why are you always on their side? I'm your wife, Justin. You might be their only son, but you're also my husband.
Nothing's wrong about this situation. I'm just trying to spend some time with my parents. You're overreacting. It's weird.
You're the crazy one here. I'm not overreacting. I'm trying to tell you that I deserve to be treated better. If they don't want to have dinner with me, they shouldn't have invited me in the first place. They could have just invited you. I don't mind at all staying at home while you visit them.
Hey, they thought that was the best for you. We're a couple, Lily. We have to visit them together.
No, if they don't want me, they shouldn't invite me over. I bet they're inviting us over just to meet you. And Justin, I hope you could be more supportive of me and be on my side. I don't want you to think it's normal for your wife to eat alone in the kitchen. It's a miserable feeling, really.
That was normal back then. The daughter-in-law took care of her husband's parents, serving food and getting ready in the kitchen.
In the past, maybe, but that's centuries ago. We're living in a modern era. If you told your colleagues that you think it's normal for your wife to eat alone at your parents' house, wouldn't they think you're crazy? Many people still have trouble getting along with their parents-in-law, but this is too much, Justin.
Why would I say that to my colleagues?
If you don't want to tell them that, you should know that what you're saying is abnormal in this society.
Lily, you're overreacting. And I'm getting tired with your complaints. You keep on complaining about my parents over and over again. It's not like you're gonna meet my parents every single day. It's already over. You don't have to bring this up. Let's move on, okay? You'll get over it soon.
It's important because I only meet them once in a while. I can't bear it if they pretend like they've done nothing wrong the next time I see them. I think I'm spending more time with your parents than necessary. How many more times am I supposed to tolerate it? And remember, when we went on a trip with them, I was always driving and holding all of their stuff for them. You and your family were the only ones having fun. I was exhausted with the driving. But no one offered to help nor gave me a single word of thanks. I think it's natural to feel upset after all this unfair treatment.
Now you're talking about the trip we went on last year. Why are you bringing that up now? If you want to complain, you should have just said it to us back then. Women. They love to change topics for their benefit.
I'm just giving you examples. I've been tolerating it long enough. You don't seem to understand at all.
Lily, listen, I don't want us to get into a fight over this topic.
Me neither.
Are you also pissed about me forgetting our visit to your parents this week? I told you I was sorry.
No, I don't care at this point. You know my parents would forgive you even if you forgot about it and miss our dinner with them. But you have to visit them next year for the New Year's celebration. This is a promise, okay?
All right, I promise. We'll go visit them next week, and I promise I won't forget. We'll also spend the New Year's with them next year. So calm down, okay? I know you're stressed out, but so am I. If you're still angry when I get home, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm tired too after a long day of work. Don't act so childish. You should be able to control your anger better.
Hey, Justin, why did you leave without me? We were still having dinner with Mom and Dad. My parents are worried about you. Why do you have to ruin the mood? It's been a month since I last saw them. I was so excited for this day. And how am I supposed to go home? You left with our car. Will you come back to pick me up?
Come home by yourself. Or you could ask your parents.
Why do you sound angry? What's wrong? It's been a while since you last met my parents. I thought you got along with them just fine. You told me you liked my parents. Where are your manners, Justin? Don't embarrass yourself in front of my parents.
Seriously? You don't know why I'm angry? It's you and your family's fault. Remember what they did to me? They made me eat in the corridors alone. I can't believe it. Who makes their son-in-law eat in the corridors? Do you all even have common sense? People don't eat in corridors. It's not built for that. I'm the guest. Why am I being treated like this?
Justin, what's wrong? I thought this was normal in your household. It's normal for Lily to eat in the kitchen when she visits your parents because she's the daughter-in-law. According to you, the daughter-in-law should take care of her husband's parents. Then you should also eat alone as our son-in-law when you visit us. How about you do the same and take care of us? Eat in the corridor so you're always ready to get us the mail or answer the door when someone comes by.
Huh? Is this really you, Lily?
Hello again. I am Lily's mom. I borrowed the phone from Lily to talk with you.
Lily's mom? I didn't know it was you reading my messages.
So can you explain what's going on? Why are you angry? Why did you leave while we were having dinner? I thought we were all having a good time. Well, I was definitely enjoying having dinner with my daughter. It's been a month since I last saw her. Let me remind you, Justin, we just did what your family did to my daughter.
But I think it's a bit too much to make me eat in the corridors. It's not a place to eat. My family made her eat in the kitchen, but she had plenty of room to eat. It's a place that can be used to eat, unlike the corridor.
We got you a mini table so that you can eat comfortably. Wasn't that enough for you? I heard that my daughter had to eat while standing up in the kitchen. I don't think you can call that plenty of room. Or did she lie to us? How about you tell me what's really happened?
No, what she said was right.
Then I don't understand why you're angry and why you left without a word. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? I thought you had better manners. What's wrong with making you eat in the corridor? My daughter is also a guest when she visits your parents' house, but she told me she was treated like a housemaid. Didn't you think she was treated wrongly?
The wife should devote herself to her husband's family.
How about you? Are you willing to devote yourself to us as my daughter's husband?
I think that's a different story. It only applies to the wife.
What's different? Why don't we treat the husband the same way?
Because it used to be the norm in the past. I think you know this better than me.
Should we talk like the old times then? Justin, have you paid us dowry? Where's the money? I don't think you paid us a single cent. And my daughter also has a job, which is unbelievable. I want her to be a stay-at-home wife. Can you make twice the amount of your salary from now on so that you both will have enough money to survive?
I think you're going overboard. You're asking too much.
I thought you preferred the norms from the old times, and I know what it was like more than you. How about you accept our requests too, not only the norms that benefit you? Let's be fair about this. So, can you do it? Can you pay us the dowry and make more money so Lily can be a housewife?
I'm sorry, I was completely ignorant of the other norms. I don't think I can do all these things you asked me to do as the husband.
If so, stop talking about what's normal or not. Most importantly, we're living in the modern era. A lot of things have changed. Well, even if you were able to do the things I asked you to do, we wouldn't have forgiven you. Are you aware of what you did to my daughter? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Isn't that the universal norm? I thought you knew better than this, Justin. I always thought you were an intelligent gentleman. I bet you felt horrible eating dinner alone. I bet you wondered why you were the only one eating in the corridor while everyone else ate at the table.
Yes, I felt miserable.
Like how your parents cherish you as their son, we cherish Lily and love her from the bottom of our heart. So don't you ever treat her based on what you believe to be normal and ignore her feelings. She's a human being with emotions. I thought you married her because you loved her.
I love her. She's my everything. I'm really lucky to have her as my wife.
I hope you can treat her better then. If you really love her and make the oath to be her husband, you have to be on her side no matter what. The reason why we've been kind to you is because you're important to Lily. If Lily loves you, we love you too. We're your parents-in-law and don't have any blood relations with you. We used to be strangers and might have never met each other if my daughter didn't fall in love with you. So it might be difficult for us to get along all the time. We grew up in different environments and have different beliefs. But I want to try to get along with you because you're my daughter's husband, and that's why we've been nice to you. As long as you cherish my daughter, we'll always be kind to you.
I understand. Thank you for being very kind to me.
I don't have the right nor influence to change the mindset of your parents, but I do think there's something you can do. You should be the bridge that connects your parents and my daughter. I know it can be hard sometimes.
I'm sorry. I was being ignorant of the whole situation. I should have been more considerate about Lily. I'm responsible for making sure they feel comfortable around each other.
We all have different ideas and opinions because we all live different lives. But I hope you can respect each other as a couple and reflect on your actions. I know you have a kind heart. My daughter fell for you. You must be a really nice gentleman.
Thanks. I get it now. I'm really sorry for hurting your daughter's feelings.
It's fine. Lily told me about how your parents treated her when she visited them, and said she wanted to do the same thing your parents did to her so that you'll understand how she felt. And we agreed, so we were partners in crime. Sorry if it surprised you, but I guess you learned your lesson, Justin. I hope you can solve these problems together as a couple next time. I know you both are capable of overcoming it together. I'll return the phone to Lily now. You're always welcome to visit us, Justin. I hope to see you again soon. Let's eat dinner together next time.
Yes, thank you. I would love to join you for dinner. Let me apologize directly the next time I visit. I'm really sorry for all the things I did to hurt Lily's feelings.
Justin, I'm sorry. I planned everything. I thought this was the best way to make you understand how I felt when I visited your parents.
Lily? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm really sorry, Lily. I got angry after I experienced what you've been going through. Your mother made me realize how horrible I've been to you.
I'm glad you understood. I was really upset and felt very lonely whenever I visited your parents. I felt humiliated too. I was never treated as your wife nor the daughter-in-law. I didn't know why I was there.
I felt the same today. I finally understood your feelings. I was wondering why they were so mean to me. I was so stupid. I wasn't aware of how horrible I was to you. I'm like a child who doesn't realize his mistakes until someone does the same thing to me.
I can't deny that. But you've learned your lesson and reflected on your actions. That's not what many people can do.
Yeah, but I'm so embarrassed of myself. I told you to control your anger, but I couldn't. I lost my temper and left your parents' house without saying a word. I promise to respect you more and be considerate of your feelings from now on. But I honestly think it's difficult for me to change how my parents think entirely. They've been like this for all their life.
I think so too. I don't think they're trying to be mean or anything. They just think it's normal to treat the daughter-in-law like that.
But I'll try my best so that you can feel comfortable coming over to my parents' house. It might take time. Hopefully you can wait. If they don't change their attitudes, you don't have to come over to their house anymore. I don't want to force you to tolerate all that again.
Really? I don't have to?
Yep. I realize how horrible they were to you after experiencing it myself today. It was definitely one of the most miserable days of my life. But if my parents do change for the better, I hope you can come visit again. They're my parents after all.
Of course. I promise I'll visit them. I'm willing to wait, Justin.
I'll come pick you up after you finish eating dinner with your parents. Enjoy spending some time with them. Call me when you're done, okay?
Huh? You could come back now to join us. I bet you haven't eaten dinner at all. My mom can heat it up for you again.
That's a bit awkward. I just had an intense conversation with your mother. Of course, I'll visit again to apologize directly, but I don't think tonight's the best time. And I'm certainly not ready for it. I was really rude, and think they were really worried about you being treated horribly by my parents. I think it's best to spend time with your family for now.
You're also a part of our family now. I'll always be by your side. We're a couple, Justin. We're in this together. Let's support each other as a couple for the rest of our lives. After the incident, my husband spent some time persuading his parents about how they shouldn't make me do everything just because I was the daughter-in-law. I bet it was hard for him to go against his parents' firm beliefs, but I'm really thankful that he stood up for me. His father had a very conservative idea that women in the household should devote themselves to the men. His mother had been obeying him from long ago, so like my husband said, it's difficult for them to change their ideas now. They still believed that it's normal and had difficulty understanding what my husband was saying about being nicer to me. And because I stopped visiting them, I think they hate me even more, but I'll have to cope with it. Sometimes it's better to keep a distance from one another. It might take a bit longer until I visit them again. Now I have my husband to protect me, so I'm not scared. I know he would always be on my side to support me no matter what. It might seem like we were fighting over a small problem, but I think it gave us the opportunity to reconsider about our relationship as a couple. We grew up in different environments and were taught different beliefs. It's important to spend some time trying to understand each other. To be honest, when my husband told me it was normal for me to be treated that way by his parents because I was the daughter-in-law, I thought I might have to give up and just accept it. But after I had a proper discussion with him, I was able to see a new side of him. Now I love him even more. I'm glad we were able to talk it out and overcome it as a couple. The incident allowed us to realize that we all have different norms and beliefs. But we can still fall in love and become a family. We'll make sure to respect each other from now on. Hopefully, we can be an ideal couple one day.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Seth, I'm sorry. Can you eat the leftovers for dinner today? You can eat whatever there's left in the fridge.
Huh? Am I supposed to warm it up myself?
I'm having really bad migraines today. It's hard for me to cook dinner in this condition.
You quit your job. Can't you at least prepare dinner for me?
I'm sorry, but I never expected to get sick like this. I hope you can be more considerate.
Okay. You have a great excuse because you're sick.
Stop being so mean.
After we were barely making ends meet when both of us worked. After you fell sick, I have to work harder to bring enough money to the household. Imagine how I feel.
I'm sorry I had to quit my job, but I thought we promised that we would help each other out during our hardships. And the reason why we barely had enough money was because you were spending too much, Seth.
They were all necessary for my job. I guess you don't understand what it's like to be a guy. We have to wear decent clothes or they look down on me.
But I don't think you have to spend that much money. They also get paid around the same amount as you, don't they?
How about when I meet clients? I have to dress properly and look good. You don't know what my job is like. And don't forget you're jobless right now. You should thank me for earning our living expenses. You understand that?
I'm fully aware of that.
Just stop complaining. And if you want me to stop wasting money, you should start doing so first.
I only spend a minimum amount of money. I don't buy new clothes like you every month.
But you eat 3 meals a day.
Huh? Yeah, that's true. You don't work. You're in bed most of the time.
Then why should you eat the same amount as me? I have a good idea. You should eat my leftovers. We can save money if we don't serve you 3 times a day.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
We have to save money as much as we can. And do you even get hungry when the only thing you do every day is sleep?
We get hungry just by being alive, Seth. It's true that I'm not as hungry as when I worked, but I do housework sometimes when I feel better.
Let's try it out for a while. You're gonna be living on leftovers from now on. If you manage to survive with leftovers, we'll be able to save so much money. Prove to me that you're only using a minimum amount of money.
Okay, if you say so. But Seth, are you aware of how toxic you're being right now? I'm really shocked to see you change like this as soon as I got sick and quit my job. Did you marry me for my money?
Huh? You were the one who annoyed me by telling me to stop wasting money. Do you know why I have less pocket money? It's because you fell sick. You understand that?
I'm sorry. I understand. Let's stop talking about this.
I'm glad you fully understand. You should be aware of your position. You're jobless, okay? You're not supposed to complain to me. Blame yourself, not me.
Seth, I have a favor to ask. I have to visit the hospital for my checkup tomorrow. So, can you give me some money for the payment? Maybe a few $100s?
A few $100s?
I don't think it'll be that expensive, but just in case.
I bet you're planning to use the money to go shopping after the checkup.
No, I won't go shopping. I always give you the receipt, Seth. I'll give you back the money I didn't use.
I gave you money a few days ago for our living expenses, but you're asking me for more.
That's for our food expenses and basic living needs. It's not enough to pay for my hospital bills. Hey.
Are you really trying to save money? We're running out of money.
Then give me back my bank account. I'll pay for my hospital fees using my own savings. Are you happy now?
I won't give you back your bank account now. We decided I'll be in charge of that money management. Remember? Don't complain now.
Seth, what's wrong with you? I've never asked you to manage my bank account. You're the one who forcefully took it away from me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really stressful to live with you like this. I'm planning to go back to my parents' house for a while to take a good rest.
Huh? Are you serious? I'm working so hard for you, but you're leaving me?
I'm thankful that you're working so hard to earn us a living. Be honest with me, Seth. You don't want me here, do you? After I got sick and quit my job, you've been treating me horribly. I'm not asking you to be extra nice to me because I'm sick. But I was hoping you'd be more considerate of me.
If I wasn't considerate of you, you would be kicked out of the house by now. You're looking gloomy and sick at home every day, doing nothing at home, but I still allow you to live in our house.
I live on leftovers, Seth, and I try my best not to use the heater so that we can save our electricity bills. You've been coming home drunk recently, Seth.
I have to socialize with my coworkers and clients to maintain a good relationship with them. I told you this before. My boss changed recently and she's super annoying. She keeps on forcing extra work on me.
But you can't just go drinking every single day. If you didn't waste money on drinking, we could have used it for our living expenses.
Why do I have to save money so that you can live a better life? I'm using my pocket money to go drinking. Why do you have to complain like this? I have a job. I work every day.
I know that.
You know nothing. I'm going to forbid you from going to the hospital.
Huh? Why?
To save money. You're not getting better at all. What's the point of visiting the doctor? You've been staying at home for more than 3 months. I don't think your hospital fees are worth it.
You're being ridiculous. Why do you think I visit the hospital regularly? I'm trying my best to recover.
I don't think it's working. Come on, let's save money, Lola. You don't have to visit the hospital. Maybe we'll save enough so that you'll be able to eat a full meal, not just leftovers.
Have you lost your mind? Do you understand how ridiculous you sound right now?
You're the crazy one. Do you think you can live alone without me? You don't have anyone to depend on. Your father passed away a few years ago and your mother's also ill at the hospital. You're sick, Lola. How can you make a living on your own?
But I still prefer to leave this house. I don't think I'll be able to recover in this house living with you. So please, just give me back my bank account. Let me leave.
Shut up. I'm busy with work. Let's end this conversation here.
Don't try to end our conversation.
I'm not going to give you any money when I get home. Make sure to cancel your appointment tomorrow. Stop wasting our money on your useless visits to the hospital. Where are you, Lola? What were you doing opening all the cupboards in the house? It's as if someone broke into our house. Don't tell me you were finding your insurance card.
Why do you care?
Don't be stupid. Who allowed you to visit the hospital? Get home right now.
You're being really arrogant right now. But your wife is never coming back home.
Wife? Huh? Who are you? Aren't you Lola?
Lola, your wife, is at the hospital sleeping right now. I'm your boss, Renee.
Huh? Wait, Renee? My boss?
Yes, I'm your boss. I borrowed Lola's phone for the time being.
Hello, Renee. How are you? Why are you with my wife?
I had a couple of questions regarding her husband, so she invited me to come over. It seems like you haven't been coming home since yesterday night. While we were having a conversation, your wife fainted, so I took her to the hospital.
I'm sorry my wife caused you trouble, but why did you visit her? I thought it was your day off.
I told you, I wanted to get to know you better. Well, turns out like you were a terrible guy. Could you come to our office? I want to meet you in person.
Yes, I'll be right there. I might smell of alcohol, but would you mind?
How can you be drinking when your wife is in this state?
My friend forced me to drink. I'm sorry if the smell bothers you.
As long as you're calm enough to have a proper conversation with me, I don't mind. And be prepared to give back your wife her bank account.
May I ask why?
Your wife asked me to. She said she wanted to leave the house.
That's a private matter. That's our problem.
She told me that you didn't even listen to what she said and refused to give her enough money to pay for her visits to the hospital. How can you refuse when she's sick? Are you serious? Seth, do you understand how serious this is?
Renee, I'm sorry, but this is our problem. I think you're invading our privacy.
Nope. This is also my problem.
Huh?
Seth, you've been embezzling funds from the company, haven't you? If you try to escape, you'll face harsher punishments. You're being monitored too. Stop making excuses and give her back her bank account. Come meet me at the office. Right now.
Lola, are you coming home? Please come home as soon as possible. I apologize for everything I did to you.
I think you heard from Renee about this, but let me tell you again. I want to get a divorce.
I don't want to get a divorce. I think I've been a bit too harsh on you. Knowing that you're a kind person who would forgive me no matter what I did. I promise I'll be a better person.
You who embezzled money from the company and used them to go meet your lover who worked at the bar? You who used up all my disability insurance money? I don't think you could ever be a decent person.
I'm so sorry.
And I know you were also trying to withdraw my personal savings. But you failed to because you didn't know my passcode, right?
I really need the money. To be honest, I have some debts too.
I know. Renee told me everything. You used up all your money to please your lover, didn't you? I'm really disappointed in you, Seth. I knew you married me for money.
No, that's not true. I met her after we got married. She was a really nice girl. It made me want to help her pursue her dreams. I never had any romantic feeling towards her.
You even embezzled money from your company. I can't believe you did this, Seth. I will never understand what's going on in your head. I never want to know, honestly.
I'll stop meeting her. I'll never go to that bar again.
You can even if you wanted to. But you're really lucky, Seth. The company's not gonna sue you if you pay them back the amount you embezzled, right?
I'm hopeless. I won't be able to work for my company anymore. I'm going to be hired at their subsidiary company. I'll work there until I finish paying them back.
They're really nice for hiring you after all you did. You're lucky, Seth.
How am I lucky? I'll only be able to earn half of my current pay. And I have to pay for my debts too. My life is over, Lola.
So what? Do you want help from me? You deserve it, Seth. You have to take responsibility of your own actions.
Lola, I'm really sorry. Money was the only thing on my mind recently, and I was taking out my frustrations on you. I promise to respect you and to take care of you at all times. I value your opinions more than mine and support you as much as I can until you fully recover. So please, let's get back together. I need you by my side. I need someone responsible to stay with me.
I was always by your side, but you still decided to embezzle money and use up your money for this young girl at the bar. I don't think I'm capable to stop you from taking these irresponsible actions.
No, I need you. I depended on you too much because you were so responsible, but I really want to become a better person.
Stop being so ridiculous. It's none of my business. You want to get back together for money. You know I'll be receiving my disability insurance money every month, and I also have my savings in my personal bank account. You're desperate for money. I know what you're thinking.
No, you're misunderstanding. Believe me. I promise to become a better person. I'm not my old self anymore. I can't live without you, Lola.
Well, I can live without you. I'm better off without you, jerk. Huh? I can't live with someone who only feeds me leftovers when I'm sick and forbids me to visit the hospital to save money. Who would want to get back together with such a jerk? Are you aware of what you did to me? When I worked, I did most of the housework for you. When I fell sick, you suddenly changed your attitude, treating me like I was a nuisance. I never, ever Want to see you again, you jerk.
Lola, I'm really sorry. I regret everything I did to you. I'm sorry. Please help me out. I can't live without you.
I don't care. It's none of my business. Just sign the divorce papers. Renee's gonna get us the papers the next time we meet. So be prepared.
Please don't dump me. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart.
You're the one who caused all of this trouble. I don't want you to waste any of my money anymore. The best way to save money is to divorce you, Seth. I was able to get divorced with Seth, thanks to his boss, Renee. Without her help, I would have encountered more problems in the process of divorce. We didn't have much property we owned as a couple,